That's 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow up 22, NASDAQ up 12, S&P's up 5, and we're going to have some sweet action out here today, folks. So if we take a look at this market, what you have is this. First off, what you done, we did 100% move of a move inside the IBB. What that sets up is that, basically sets up another bounce in the marketplace. The IBB, folks, has been running the NASDAQ composite in a monster way. When the IBB corrects, man, it is so vicious. It's just amazing. So what do? Bottom line, IBB goes down 7 days. It goes from 366 to 285. Okay, so now what do you have? You get a small bounce happening. You're at up 439. Once you're inside 304, which I suspect it's going to crawl its way up in here today, you'll see this market building a little cause. The IBB, we're at 295. This can get to right there. You get 305.64 in about a heartbeat. We go over and we take a look at the NDX 100. What you have inside the NDX 100 is this. You're up 13 bucks. You're at 41. Let me look at this one. You're at 41.18. The juice inside it is Yahoo is up $1.39. You got Micron up 39. Biogen is up 8.31, and Cerna Corporation is up 147. Taken away from it on the way down, what do you have? You have Discovery Communications down 320. You get Activision down 60, and you got Liberty Financial off 71. Now, what we had here, which was really cool, folks, is this. So picture. We were coming into the lows. You done 100% move for move. You came into the 24th, 25th, and 26th of August with lighter volume. And all the indices did this, by the way, okay? So what that sets up is that sets up another bounce. That's how this thing just shakes out. Bottom line, you can expect when you put the correlation together of how, number one, you come into the lows. Number two, you're down so many days in a row. Number three, the shots, folks, like to close here, and then they're going to go long, okay? Because they're going to go long for the bounce and then fire off the other side and just flip things around once again. That is what a trader's market's all about. You have window dressing on top of that. So all that has to happen, which I suspect you're going to see out here today, is that the market's just going to get it going a little, and then what will end up happening is that the bulls will turn around and say, oh, man, let's go, let's get this thing going, okay? So that's what you're seeing out here today. Now, how do you know the correlation would be that it's a bounce? Okay, so what you'll do is that you're going to look at the characteristic of the bounce, and you're going to say, okay, is the bounce on lighter volume? What I suspect is going to happen, if I'm correct in the analysis that we're building cause to break out this bottom, is that today will be decent volume, tomorrow will be less. Let's see, what day yeah, this is sweet. So you see, you can bounce right into Friday. But what would happen is that as you go higher, the volume's going to contract, and bottom line, then you'll start heading down once again, probably in the middle of next week. Now, if we go over to the Nikkei, now this is really cool, folks, because in the correlation of our markets bouncing, the Nikkei blew out its bottom. So the correlation that we're going to be down there, number one, probability goes higher. Number two, that we blow it out goes higher. Why? Because the Nikkei blew it out with volume. We did 2 billion shares. You're taking out 1.5 billion. The Nikkei is a monster ABC down, and this is huge, man. You're talking 20,900 to 17,400. So what's that? That's 3,500, and that'll get you into 15,200. And right now you're at 17,000. So let's just see where 15,200 is. 15,200. That's not that bad. 15,200. Oh man, look at this. This is a trip. So 15,900 is the last time the Nikkei had any volume. That brings you back to May of 2013. That's the top of that. The bottom of that is 13,500. That's where we're going. That's where the Nikkei is going. The Hang Seng, if we go to the Hang Seng and you take a look at the Hang Seng also got under the lows. This is the second time the Hang Seng got under its lows, by the way, too. And it has saved itself, but bottom line, you had that expansion of volume. We did 2.6 billion. You're running it to 2.3 billion. Hang Seng is also going to be down there once again. So bottom line, grab it. Bonds, as I said, the other side of this bond market, which is really what happens is this, is that once you have a trader's market, the flip, folks, is really quick, okay? And all you do with the flip is that you turn around and say, okay, if one correlation is going one way, where should the other correlation go? And in the bond market, we've hit 1 to 28.23. It hasn't cracked yet, 128.20. If you go over and you take a look at that TLT, you'll see the TLT. We got to 123.93. You're at 123.61. I suspect that's going to make a run for the lower end of the range that it's in right now, okay? Because it's going to be hard to bust into this 125.82 without the disaster taking place. And the disaster is going to take place. This is just a cause building in between that whole aspect. Dow Industrials right now are up 48, Nasdaq's up 25, S&Ps are up 9.5. If we do take a look at the strength inside the Dow, there's no strength anywhere, folks, but specifically for today. What you have, Johnson & Johnson is the leader inside the Dow Industrials. That's up $2. You got Big Mac up 174, Caterpillar's up 90, and Pfizer is up 41. Taken away from it, on the downside, what do you have? You have Goldman Sachs down 289, JP Morgan's off 61, Travelers down 72, and Nike is down 83. So no doubt you get some numbers out here. If we go take a look at the NQs, and this is early for this type of bounce. So watch what you have here. The NQs are going to overtake the last two highs it has, which is 4125. You overtake the 4125, the NQs will be. This is going to be fun. Okay, so the NQs will be. There she is, right there. 4173 is game. That's game today. We're at 4125. 4173 is 5. Where I'm going with the 4173, by the way, folks, that is how we came down yesterday at 0930. And there's nothing in between this. That's what you get. There's nothing in between this to stop this move into the higher price. We go take a look at the S&Ps. What do you have with the S&Ps? S&Ps right now are up 11. Make that, take that 2. She is, yeah, she's already over the 79. So she's game to 95. Right now we're at 1883. She's game to the 95 area. There's going to be some juice there. This is wild, man. Some of the higher volume stocks, and right now this is still absolutely a low volume market. You get Yahoo up $1.57. Marbell's up 16. You got Micron Tech up 40 cents. Jaleed's up 2.45. Let's go over to the IBB and see how the IBB is doing, because that is the nice volatile index out here. Yeah, she's up $9 already. She's at 300. Remember, they said the first get-go, I think, was 304, right? And all you're doing there, when I'm finding those places, folks, what you do, yeah, there it is there. What you're doing is, when you're doing bounces, what you're doing is that you're looking for the last time it was down on juice. That's where they love to bounce to. And in this particular case, you're going to see it 1440 yesterday, 305.64. That's game. That game. And if you run into that with volume, guess what? This thing will blast all the way higher, because that's just how markets like to trade. Dow Industrials right now up 69. You get the Nasdaq up 35. S&Ps are up 12. And this is wild watching this thing shake out. If you haven't traded the Nadex product yet, folks, I'm telling you, trade it. There was some trades out there this morning on this open that were just crazy, meaning crazy great. Without, and not the binaries either, by the way, okay? Bottom line is that you could have got the spreads, and some of the spreads were trading like the binaries. You're taking risk, but it's defined risk. But some of those risks out there this morning were almost 9 to 1. They were 9 to 1. I got one on. I'm going to close at 11 o'clock right now. In fact, I'm going to close it right now. I was doing a 41.05 to 41.15. It was only a 10-point spread, but the bottom line was only $9. Okay. Bottom line is, yes, it was out of the money, but on that test, on that test, as it tested that low, that was a beautiful test. If we go over and we take a look at this, and you're going to see it. So two different things end up happening out here. When the indices themselves had already gone into the lows, when you come down and then the volume blows out at the lows, and you didn't get the low, the low that it was trying to get, was 4.068. And it couldn't get it. What it did, folks, is it got to 4.075. That's a big heads up. Why? Because markets talk, walk, and squawk where? At swing points. When you can't get to a swing point and you've had a downdraft, that is saying you're going to switch and fly the other way. It's just the same when you're going higher and you can't blow out the top. What does that say? That says everyone in who's going to be in. That's how that thing sets up. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow right now is up 71. Nasdaq's up 37. S&Ps are up 12. And this baby here, let's see. Okay, so gold. Let's go to the gold market. Gold right now, let's go to the dollar actually next. Dollar, where the dollar's trading right now. Dollar can't handle a higher price. This is amazing that the dollar is not even pushing the highs with volume. It's flat. It only has 18,000 contracts. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow up 63. Nasdaq up 34. S&P's up 11.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? taking something that's good for you, something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go overseas and take a look at the FTSE in the UK. FTSE in the UK out here today, folks, has got down to a price point of 58.77. Right now we're at 59.14. And I won't have the volume on this yet, but if the FTSE closes inside 59.33, what that's going to be is that'll be a rejection of lower price from last week. You have 1.7 billion at 57.68, and I expect what you're going to see there is the FTSE is also going to bounce. The DAX in Germany, and that's the DAX, man. The DAX, you talk about volatility. This is about as good as you get. The DAX has blown out its bottom also. Now, the DAX, 93.38. We've hit 93.25. It's squeezed back inside this. We're at 94.10. But what I expect you're going to see, the DAX will also bounce, but the DAX probably will be the first European exchange to blow out the bottoms. That's how that thing is setting up right now. We'll see if, in fact, let's look at a few of those. Volkswagen, let's just see if they can get any type of dead cat bounce. Volkswagen's at 96.13. The low is 95.51. 11.5 million. You went into a 5.5. Yeah. Okay. So the even Volkswagen, who right now is in big trouble and will be for quite a while, that has come into that area with dramatically lighter volume. So you'll get some kind of a bounce. I would not trade Volkswagen. Don't even think about it, because what's going to happen with Volkswagen is that on a longer term basis, Volkswagen looks to me like it's going to get out to $83, and that's in a heartbeat. So you can wake up in the morning and that'd be facing you right in the face in a big way. We go take a look at the oil market, CLX5. Oil out here right now. Look at that. Oil still, what's interesting about oil, folks, okay? Oils can't handle higher price. Now, what has happened on the way down is that when it contracts, it's been contracting on lighter volume too. But that's just not giving you enough information to buy in or sell it. So the larger picture on the oil would be like, okay, man, you just got to sit there and wait for it to come back to where the sign of strength started, which was 39.74 on the 27th. Because watch, we're up 97,000 contracts. This thing should be, if it's going to go high, we should be at like 120, 130 right now, contracts. So it can't get the juice higher. Now, what happened yesterday is that there wasn't juice lower either. When we came down, we were only coming down at 274,000, and you were going into 412. Bottom line, there's some things that just aren't ready to trade. If we go over to the XLE, take a look at the XLE, same setup, man. The XLE is not something that I think is a decent trade. The XLE got down to, so we did 16 million shares yesterday. It's not a bad setup in a weekly. This is going to be interesting. Let me put ExxonMobil up, Exxon and Chevron. So, because on a weekly basis, that wasn't a bad setup. Looking at a daily, though. A daily, ExxonMobil doesn't work again. Unreal. It's pretty wild. So, on a daily, what you have is you have Exxon up 40 cents, 2.1 million shares traded. You're going into 23 million. That's not even close. You go to Chevron. We take a look at Chevron. Chevron right now is trading up 70, 76.70. That's not bad. Chevron's, this is interesting. Chevron has a 1.5 million, which actually isn't that bad. You get the Dow up 95 right now, NASDAQ up 45, and I suspect that's going to be the IBB. And yeah, the IBB, so that's up $10. You're at 301.53. You've hit 302. And that magic number up here, folks, that wants to get into is that 305.64. Now, the cool thing is that if you get into the 305.64 with juice, right, man, that thing can really take off. And that would be just as good as you get in the aspect of a bounce. Because when you actually, I take a look at this, so yeah, 320 would be game next. Actually, 320 it probably is game. Because this index is so crazy, it's unbelievable. Let's go take a look at a few of the equities inside this index. You got Regeneron up $18. It was down 50 yesterday. And it is going up on light volume. Biogen, which was the first one to fall apart, that is up $13. Now, this stock has got killed, man. This stock is down off of 475, I think. 480. 480 to 270. My God, $200, right? Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 112. Nasdaq's up 51. S&Ps are up 16. We have gold flat at 11.30. You get silver up 13 cents. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, you can get us 10 hours a day live, 24 hours a day, right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi gets you the full audio. You want to get the Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com on the right-hand side. Hit that little box. You get Tiger TV, audio plus the video. And, of course, don't forget, coming up next, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, growling prowling with you. And then on Tuesdays, great show right from TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim headquarters, Kevin Hinks with the option hour. Then we got our man Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and our man Mr. Andy Hecht. Okay, so we got a good lineup for you, and the bottom line is that you got a nice tradable market out here, folks. If we go into the S&Ps, we take a look at these S&Ps right now, ESZ. What you have in the S&Ps right now, this thing got up to your first layer. Your first layer out here was the price point of 1886. It's hanging there. It's building a little bit of cause at this 1886 area. And what I expect you're going to see, this thing is going to lunge into the 1895 area, which is going to put some decent juice in the marketplace. Now, check this out, though. This is a dead cat bounce. This is what you have. Your first leg, okay, off this, we had 8,700 contracts. Next leg, you have 108,000 contracts. Now the volume's contracting. That being said, on dead cat bounces, the volume can contract once you get over the price, which is the 1186. You'll see it build up a little bit more. It'll shoot up to that area. Then you'll back off a little, and you'll back off down to where the last time the juice would be at the top of this consolidation right here. What it sets up is a really wide price spread, which you need to trade, okay? Bottom line, the bottom of that is 65. The top of that is 95. You're talking about 30 S&P points, which is just as good as you can get, folks. You take a look at the NQs, same setup on the NQs. The NQs are probably, when I set this up, watch this. The NQs are trading in a monster range. So NQs were at 4137. It's 4169. I think they want to go to 4173. So we've made 4.4. So see, the NQs actually get the juice in it. The NQs are over, they're 10 points over the 28 mark. What that sets up, the NQs are going to be the first ones that reach that level. That's how that's set up right now. That level from 0930 tomorrow morning, they'll be the first ones that reach it. And what that's all about, of course, is the IBB. The IBB is putting juice behind it. Now the IBB is up $12. They're catching everyone on the wrong side of this IBB. That's what's going on right now. And you got juice to 302. Now this 305.64 is game. We've hit 301. And you launch this. If you launch that thing, man, this is gonna really put some firepower underneath that thing. We'll see whether it launches it with volume. It doesn't have to launch it with volume today. We'll see if in fact that happens. XAU. We look at the XAU, the HUI. What we have inside the XAU and the HUI is this. Right now, the XAU is up 99 cents. You're at 45.92, and she is staying inside the range, which is 42.72. We'll see whether she needs some juice, man. The XAU and the HUI are weaker than actually a lot of the gold stocks. And that's because you have a few dogs that are inside each one of those indices. If we take a look at Anico Eagle AEM, that's sizing up to be a nice little setup here. Anico Eagle pushed into a swing high on Friday, had the juice, back down. Today it's struggling a bit. What it has today, though, is the juice, meaning it has the volume, doesn't have the price yet. That is building cause to get into this 27.91 area. And if we look at this intraday, it's not a bad setup. Intraday, what's saving this is the low of yesterday. At 0930 yesterday, 24.68 is saving that baby because you had 236,000 shares there. We just tested the 24.77 with 117,000. So that's where that test comes in. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. What do you have? Strength is, there's the biotech glaring at you. Biogen is up $15. Vertex Pharmaceuticals up $4.89, and BioMolin is up $4.28. BioMolin, man, is up, absolutely got killed. The stock in 2 months went from 151 down to 100, I think. Yeah, 95. Let's see if it takes any. And a lot of these biotechs don't even, well, not the large caps, but I just want to see if this takes any money in. Well, this takes in $250 million a quarter. That being said, they still lose $2.22 a share. So that is a big number. No two ways about that. Small caps. Let's go take a look at the IWM inside the small caps. Small caps. This is a nice indication. Okay, this is pretty cool. So small caps get under the 24th low, 108.26. We've hit 107.50, and you're going to reject it. That also is another indication that you're going to get a decent bounce going here. That bounce, interesting to see where that, I see, right there. So the IWM's at 108.69, you get a game of 111.60. Where I'm going with that, by the way, folks, is the lows of the 1st of September. It's going to be hard to crush those lows. Why? Because you actually got to a lower price point with 45 million shares. We've done 15 million thus far today, which is, by the way, is good. But what it is that you've actually got to a lower low. You're going to have volume, but what does that mean? That means that you're going to get the bounce, your rejected price, and then what it also means is that you're building cause to blow out that bottom. Because 15 million, let's see, 1031, 6, 5 is a 30, it's 90 million. Yeah, you're going to have the juice in it. I don't think we'll do 90 million, but we'll probably do 65, 70 million. 65 or 70 million sets that baby up. Meaning building cause to break out the lows. Big Blue, even in this bounce, still can't get a bounce. Big Blue is down 46 cents. You got 3M up 235. Walmart's up 6. You get Caterpillar up 135. Let's go take a look at 3M, because that's a dead cat. 3M is a dog extraordinaire. 3M in 6 months has gone from 145 down to 165 to 135. You're going to go to the top of the consolidation. The top of the consolidation is 142. We're at 140.72 right now. Big Mac, McDonald's. What do you have with Big Mac? Big Mac is trading up $1.36. That is coming into 97.70 is a big problem for Big Mac. United Technologies, UTX. Ooh, look at that. See, this one's nasty, man. United Technologies, that's down from $1.20. You're at 87, and she's going to come back inside the 87.17, which she has. But this is, it already got under its low. It's coming back inside the range. Wow, what a mess this is. Look at this thing. Wow. Okay, so something's wrong with this stock. Let me put this on a monthly. This is trading February of 2013. Okay, so we put this. Oh, this gets interesting. Okay, so your first support on this, on a monthly basis was 83.82, and that's screaming. That's August 2011. See, 83. Man, it went to 85.50. So your next benchmark out here, folks, okay, when you take a larger view of this S&P, that next benchmark, what you want to be watching like a hawk, is August of 2011. That's where, this is one of the first stocks that almost got there. We're $2 off that level, but it was coming into that level with volume, 172 million. We did 123 last month. You're going to do about the same this month. You'll have a bounce out of it because it was a one-way move. It went from 120 down to 85. What's that, 30%? 15, 35, yeah. $35, 35, so it was, it was 30% in a heartbeat. You get some kind of a dead cat bounce. It'll try to make the run once again for this 83. And if it has the juice on 83, then what's screaming out here is 59.95. 59.95 is the October 08 highs. That's how that baby is set up right now. We go take a look at the, we got a little pullback here. And what you want to do on these, depending how you're trading these, what you're going to look for, the E-minis, let me pull this back. This is kind of sweet. Okay, so you'd expect, you got up to the last two swings. You have volume in the last two swings. We know we're dying on the little vine there. Now you're pulling back, but you're pulling back into monster strength of that 1882.50 to 1875. So if you're trading this baby, what you'd love to see is it get back to the 75 area. Why? You put your stop under 75, you're going to gun again for the 89, and we know that we're gunning for the larger portion out here of 1895. Nice little setup. We go take a look at the NQs. Same setup in the NQs. You're at 21.24. We've hit 44. And the NQs are stronger too, by the way. We know the NQs are stronger. So now you're 5 minutes into it. We're pulling into 13,000 contracts, and you've only done 57. Ooh, that's cool. So that's saying you're going to go a little bit lower. If you get to the bottom of that range, which is 106, that would be a beauty. A beauty meaning that you'd be buying into that area for the next acceleration into higher price. We go to Rangol Resources. We take a look at Rangol. Rangol also up 40 cents. That's struggling a little too. Some of these golds are still struggling. Let's go take a look at a couple silver stocks. Hecla. We take a look at Hecla. Okay. Hecla is up 3 cents. Yeah, we need buyers. This is interesting, man. Great Panther. 35. We need buyers in these babies. That's how this thing is set up right now. No two ways about it. The actual silver, let's go take a look at the silver contract. SIZ5. So the silver contract, look at it, saved itself again. Man, oh man, thank God for the silver contract saving itself. The silver contract, folks, is so volatile, it's just amazing. But it continues to save itself. Now, it didn't make it to its swing point yesterday, but it had juice behind the move down. We got to a price point of 14.47. You did 57,000 contracts. You were going into 51,000, but the bottom of that swing point is 14.31. Now what silver's doing is that you got to a lower low. We're probably going to have lighter than 57,000 contracts, which you need, and you get price happening. And as soon as silver gets inside, it needs one more penny. So check this out. This is crazy. 14.69 gets you in the top of the range. On the 22nd, we came down to 14.69.5. And you did that with 45,000 contracts. So when you look at ranges, first off, you're looking at can you get the volume to go into it? And the volume will be about the same. It'll be about 45,000 today. Then you're looking at, okay, can the price get into it? You get into that, that's going to basically give us a good indication that you're going to see the scramble up to 15.43 as well as 15.77. Indices. The volume in the indices right out here. 220 million on NYSE, which is short volume, by the way, light volume. On the NASDAQ, you got it going, baby. 602. That's a big number on the NASDAQ. So they caught them on the NASDAQ. Let me pull this back up 1 second. Look at that, though. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so check it out. So the NASDAQ, folks, is going to, it went to a lower low. It's going to have higher volume. You're going to still expect a bounce. But that's what you put together, saying that that's your confirmation that you're building cause for lower price. That's how that thing shakes out. So it's pretty wild how these come in at certain points. You'd think that, well, that is about as deviant as you can get. That you are going higher, and folks thinking that, oh, that's a market that's going higher. Well, first it went lower. So what we have out there is that you have a lower low with volume, which sets up an additional test of that low after you get that bounce going. And then what you're looking for at the top of that bounce, you're looking for a contraction of volume. What I'd look for specifically, too, is that the first is, Wednesday? No, the first is Thursday. So Thursday's the first, Friday's the second. Next week, folks, that'll be the end of that bounce. That's how this thing is shaking out right now. We take a look at the buyers versus the sellers. No big deal. You're at 0.78 on the trend and the tick. There's no buyers. So what you also have here, by the way, too, is this, is that you still, when we were down, you still had no fear in the marketplace, which is just a total mind blower. But guess what? The fear wasn't there. What you have thus far is that you don't have the euphoria here also. That just says the bounce will continue. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow right now is up 52. Nasdaq's up 22. S&P's are up 7.5. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 41. Nasdaq's up 20. S&Ps are up 6.5. Percentage-wise, this is what you have. You have the Dow up 0.2. S&Ps up 0.7. Nasdaq up 0.4. And if we go over and we take a look at we'll just do the Qs in case you don't have the futures, so you can see how this correlation runs. The Qs ran from 99.52. Your first run got you into 106.26. You know, 101.26. No juice up there, 875,000. You just pull back, and you pull back at 1.3, but guess what? 1.3 is going into 2.7. So what you're going to see here, that's a normal pullback in a market that just ran. You'll see it go after the high, once again, 106.26, and I suspect you build a little cause here. Let's see what the ABC is. You get 99.52, 101.26, so you got $1.75, which would get you 102, and I love it. That number right there is 102. The bottom is 102.86, 102.46. That's where this thing wants to shake out to. This is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out today. We take a look at the IBB. And when you're doing price projections, folks, it's always cool to basically do the price projection first, then see where the juice is, okay? The IBB is up $9 right now. We've hit 303.31. You just got a pullback into the 299 area. That also did it. You just pull back, let's see what, 360,000 shares with 337, and you're pulling it to 613. That's also a setup. So yeah, small A point on that is 286. Your B is 303. Ooh, that's a beauty. Let me see this here. I'm going to stay a little more conservative. I'll do the B at 302, 86. So you got 14, 15, 16 bucks. Gets you to 314. Hey, that's saying that the IBB is going to run up to this 309. We'll see whether it can make it there. But A to B equals C to D. If you get that juice over that B point, it gets you 314. So there's some real juice. There's some juice inside the dead cat bounce. That's all we're talking about here. If we go back over to Asia, folks, what you're going to see over here is this. This is you want to wrap your head around this whole deal. Asia last night, you had the Nikkei down 4.4%. It blew out its bottom extraordinaire. Hang Seng was down 2.97. That blew out its bottom. It came back and closed at its bottom. Shanghai was down 2%. And, between Shanghai and Hong Kong, of course, they're both controlled by China. The difference is that they have a harder time controlling the A shares in Hong Kong. Last night Hong Kong got down to 20,368. That low was 20,524, and we just tucked ourselves right inside it. But Shanghai in general is making its way down to 16,000 or 20,000 right now. Now the Nikkei, this thing got blasted apart in a huge way. I mean, you had the wide price spread, you had a gap away, all of that. That's problematic. The Nikkei is inside its lower range once again, and so the Nikkei is game right now for the 15,000 to 13,000. So it's a big number. There's no two ways about that. You stay right there, folks. I'm in. Mr. Basil Chapman's going to come up next, growl and prowl with you. Of course, we have Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade. Great option show. And don't forget, folks, on, let's see, the 14th to the 16th of October, man, that's right around the corner, we're going to be in Las Vegas. So if you happen to be out there, come join us at the Traders Expo at the Paris Hotel. Dow Industrials up 53, NASDAQ up 26, S&Ps are up 9.5. Stay right there, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Look forward to speaking to you this afternoon. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.